Oh.
I got to have you, baby. I'm feeling so, baby, can you tell me close? You look like you came to do one thing special. I started on the left, then I had to take him to the right. He was out of breath, but he kept on blessing all right. You tried, and then you just can't fight the feeling inside. You know it, and I can see it in your eyes. You and me, you're smooth as a mother. You're so undercover by the way that you was watching me. The way you look at me, I'm feeling you. I just can't help but try to keep it cool. I can feel it in the beat. When you do those things to me, don't let nothing stop you. Leave me alone. The club is jumping down. I saw your radio. Everybody turn it up. Spicy just like hot sauce. Cute for you, my burn it up. You can do the pop, pop, rag top, don't stop. That's the way you gotta get and make your body rock. Try and admit, but you just can't fight the feeling inside. You know it, 'cause I can see it in your eyes. You and me, smooth as a mother, so undercover by the way that you was watching me. The way you look at me, I'm feeling you. I just can't help but try to keep it cool. Feel it in me. You don't think to me. Bring the alarm. The club is jumping now. So get out. I love the way you vibe with me. Dance with me forever. We can have a good time. Follow me to the beat, to the theater. You and me one-on-one, breaking it down. You can walk away now. We about to turn this place out.
It's the kids, they riding big. The one police try to catch riding dirty. In the club before 11 o'clock, like I'm trying to catch it down kinda early. Looking thick, her hair brown and curly. She love the way my ride shining pearly. City boys and she fine and pretty. In the country boys and she fine and pretty. My pockets think it's green as curry. And the ladies know soon as they see my jewelry. Being fresh to death is a crime. I think it's time for me to see the jury. That's they on the grind. Hustle like me is hard to find. I ain't really impressed. That's unless it's about some time. Really no need to call you fine. Know you be hearing that all the time. Watching you do your step. Yep, it's going down.
Ooh, the way you look at me, I'm feeling you. I just can't help but try to keep it cool. I can feel it in the beat. When you do those things to me, don't let nothing stop you. Leave me alone. The club is jumping now. So get out. I'm feeling it. I got to have you, baby. I'm feeling it. I got to have you, baby. I can feel it in the beat. When you do those things to me, don't let nothing stop you. Somebody bring me along. The club is jumping now. So get up. I got to have you, baby. I'm feeling it. I got to have you, baby. I got to have you, baby. I'm feeling it. I got to have you, baby.
You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking. You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking. You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking. You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking. You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking. I'm gonna keep on looking.
again. You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking. You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking. You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking. You know who you are. You know I'm gonna keep on looking.
I just wanna take you there. You don't gotta know where. Does he touch you here like this? Let me take the friction from your lips. And I'ma love you, girl, the way you need. Ain't no one gonna stop us. Ain't no one gonna stop us. And I'ma give you, girl, what you feel. I'm the drug in your vein. Just fight through the pain. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. I'm what you need. What you need. What you need. I'm what you need. What you need. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. I'm what you need. I'm what you need. I got everything you want from me. I do everything he does times 3. And he don't gotta know. I get you on the floor, doing things you never thought you'd do. Baby, leave the cocktail shoes. Cause never when you're looking at me, I'm looking up at you. And I don't give a damn, shawty, watch me knock your boots off. And I'ma love you, girl, the way you need. Ain't no one gon' stop us. Ain't no one gon' stop us. And I'ma give you, girl, what you feel. I'm the rock in your vein. Just fight through the pain. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. I'm what you need. I'm what you need. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. He's what you want. I'm what you need. I'm what you need. Whoa, 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 whoa.
just wanna see it your way. Yeah, it's about that time. I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. I'm fed up with you not being here with me. When you know love is all I need. I don't wanna stay. I really wanna stay. I don't want to go. I really need to know. Can we get it together? Can we get it? Yeah. And I don't wanna. I really wanna go. I don't really wanna stay. Don't want to stay. Get it together. Let's get it together, babe. I can't let go, 'cause being confused just takes control. I hope we can start brand new, 'cause I don't wanna lose you. Oh no. With the love we share, baby, it's all so rare. I'm willing to try and make you see that all you need is here in me. I don't want to stay. I don't want to go. Let me know how you feel. I don't wanna stay. Don't want to go. You've gotta let me know just how you feel. Yeah, I don't wanna stay. No, no. I don't really wanna go. And I don't want to go. Get it together. Come on, babe, let's get it together. I really wanna go. I really hope and pray. Can we get it together? Come on, boy. Get it together. Yeah. See, I'm so confused. I just don't know what to do. And I don't understand. No. You know I don't wanna stay. You know I don't wanna go. Baby, please listen to me. I don't wanna. I really wanna stay. Don't wanna go. I really need to know. Can we get it? I hope, I pray, baby. Are you gonna
Yeah. Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you and need you to be. Yeah. Are you gonna be? 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 Well, 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 well. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Yeah. Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you and need you to be. Yeah. Are you gonna be? 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 Well, 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 well. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be. Still in love, so in love, still in love. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be.
Jerome Fandle.
Run fast from the day job, running fast from the way it was. Jump quick to a paycheck, running back to the strip club. I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never take me. I paid enough of petty dues. I put enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Ooh. And today they got today. Ooh, I just take it day by day. Ooh, never hearing what they say. Ooh, I just do it my way. God is these broken clouds. I ain't got no time, just burning their life. Still love, and still love. Still love, and still love, still love, still love, and still love, still love. Nothing but love for you, nothing but love, nothing but love. All that I got, pieces and pages, talking a lot. Sorry, I'm faded. Think I forgot. You love me. You love me. You love me. Gotta shift to 10 a.m. Gotta dip at 10 p.m. Gotta get that cash, won't get past the lunch break. I ain't had a smoke break in about 2 days. No break. Been about 3 years since I dated you. Why you still talking about me like we together? I moved on for the better. You moved on to whoever. I was down for whatever, and then some. You gon' make me late to work again. Ooh, and today they got today. Ooh, I just take it day by day. Ooh, never hearing what they say. Ooh, I just do it my way. God is these broken clouds. I ain't got no time, just burning their life. Still love, you still love, you still love, and still love, still love, still love, still love, still love.
How is it going? DJ, cut that music down. Yes. How are you? Listen here. I am so excited to be here on this beautiful day. Oh, yes. Listen here. We've got a great show for you today. Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited that you decided to tune in tonight. While this rises, today is Sunday, November 24th. The current time is 12:17 a.m., and that's Central Time. Oh, yeah. Let us know that you are here. You are rocking out with those butterflies in the chat. Yes. We see Wani11 in the building. Good to see you, my brother. It's always a pleasure to see the Royals in here showing out, you know? Oh, yes. It feels so good. Listen here, we are just warming up. Listen here, we want to break you right on in. If you're just now starting your shift on the third shift, listen here, we've got a great show for you tonight. We've got hot topics. Oh my goodness, who do we have in the hot topics? We have Miss Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mom. And then we have a former Mississippi probation officer child that landed herself in the big house. Okay. Oh yes. This is After Dark in Queen City. Celebrity news here in the Butterfly Lounge. All right, DJ, crank that beat up, and the show will be starting soon. Yes, you guys make sure you bang that like. Yeah, it's the weekend. I mean, for some people, that don't go out, you got somewhere to chill. And listen here, if you are just now getting up off that dance floor, you make your way right on up in here. If you're on your way home, listen here, just make it there safely. Uh-huh. Yes. If you are just now flying in, DJ, crank it down just a little bit. Thank you so much for doing this pro bono. Okay, we got a pro bono DJ. Okay, what does that mean, honey? We didn't have to pay him. He offered his services up tonight to us. And we want to thank him. Okay, listen here. Like I said, make sure you are liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you are working an overnight shift, maybe we got you covered. If you are simply just rolling through and just pulling up to relax with the Queen here at the Butterfly Lounge in Queen City, make yourselves comfortable. We do have mocktails in the back. We do have bottles of water floating around. Okay, just ask the nearest royal server for assistance.
Things are getting intense now. Hey, you talking about we a lot? You speak French now.
All right, y'all. Let's get up into these topics, child. Listen here. First up on the docket, I think that we should go ahead and go with. Whew, I think that we should go with this former Mississippi woman, child. Yes, probation officer. She was a former probation officer, child. Get into this story. Get into this story. I want y'all to really, really, really pay attention to what's going on, child. Whew. This happened off in Mississippi. Down yonder in Mississippi. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring that story on up. Okay. So, former Mississippi probation officer pleads guilty to 7 counts of embezzlement. Oh, there she is. Oh, what a perfect shirt. Uh huh. Uh huh. Get into this. This was on November the 21st. It was published 2024 at 1:19 p.m. Central Standard Time. Jackson, Mississippi. A former probation officer has pleaded guilty to 7 counts of embezzlement. Lacosta Lee was accused of receiving court-ordered fines and fees from those on probation and using them for her personal use. Thursday, Lee was sentenced to 20 years, 17 suspended, 3 to serve, and 5 years post-release supervision, and has been ordered to pay $4,313.17 in restitution, $3,000 in fines, and $400 to the victim's compensation form. What are y'all thoughts on that, child? I mean, she sat up there and embezzled the money. These people, thinking that they're doing the right thing and going and paying probation. And the next thing you know, sister girl over here is girl going shopping. You know, Christmas had come a little early for her, didn't it? Uh-huh. Yes. And let me say this, for adult audiences only, must be 18 plus to hang at the Butterfly Lounge. Welcome to Queen City, the Butterfly Lounge. Please subscribe, share, and like. Thank you for your support. So what are your thoughts on this? What if it was your probation officer you want to go pay your money to, and child, she over there swooping up the money for her own selfish situations? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was a poor way to lose your job, child. You should have looked for another job, or you should have started working overtime if it was really that serious. I don't know. Maybe she had an addiction problem, maybe gambling or something like that. I don't know what the need for her to embezzle the money for, but the people have spoken. Okay. Now let's get into this. Shout out to People Magazine. Yes, ma'am, honey. People Magazine has reported Tina Knowles says Beyonce's Netflix halftime show live broadcast will be glitch free because God is going to be there. Beyonce will perform during the halftime show of the Houston Texans and Baltimore Ravens game, airing live December the 25th on Netflix by Jax Irvin. Published on November the 22nd, 2024, 8:20 Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Yes. What do y'all think before we get up into this article? Do you all think that Beyonce is going to have a no interruption performance, or do you think that there's going to be a glitch like there was on the Mike Tyson fight? You know what? Because I actually thought, I'm like, okay, is it just my, is it just my connection? Is it just my, is it just, is it just my Netflix account? Like we unplugged, took everything out, hold on, what's going on? All right, now listen, get in here. Now, beehives, do not come after me. Netflix's recent live stream, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul boxing match on November the 15th. Now, listen here. Beyonce in the past has been known to, child, the media, okay? Anything for promotion. Do you all think that glitch at Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's live streaming with Netflix was to boost the ratings for Beyonce and the beehives? All right, let's go. How you doing? November 15th faced glitches, leading a Florida man to reportedly file a class action lawsuit alleging breach of contract and deceptive actions. Beyonce's upcoming halftime show at Houston Texans and Baltimore Ravens game on Christmas, which will also air live on service, however, will be glitch free, according to her mom, Tina Knowles. Everything's going to be good. The matriarch author told TMZ this week, God is going to be there. Okay? Listen. What she say? She told TMZ this week, God is going to be there. Okay? Did y'all hear? Do we need to say it one more again? Okay. On November 18th, Beyonce was announced as the halftime show performer for the game at NRG Stadium in her Houston hometown, which will be streamed as part of Netflix's first NFL Christmas game day, in addition to the Kansas City Chiefs and Pittsburgh Steelers game. Upon the live sporting event announcement, some prospective viewers began wondering if Netflix would be able to handle the expectedly high viewership following the glitches during the Tyson Paul match, which more than 100 million people watched worldwide. Ronald Blue, Denton of Florida's Hillsborough County, didn't seem to agree it was successful, as he claimed the experience led to over 100,000 people complaining online about streaming glitches and buffering issues, according to WFLA, a local NBC affiliate. So, what do y'all think about that? And then, guess what? There were stipulations on that fight. There were stipulations on that fight. So it wasn't just, oh, get in there and do your big one and knock them, completely out, get your TKO. No, there were stipulations to that. And a lot of people weren't aware or privy to that information. Okay, now let's keep reading. A few days later, after the Tyson Paul match, ultimately won by Paul, Netflix wrote in on Instagram, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson makes history with over 108 million live global viewers. The platform noted that the fight was the most streamed global sporting event ever. Oh, okay. NPR reporter, a Netflix spokesperson, said the company is confident about its ability to handle the NFL Christmas game day viewership and working with internet service provider partners to grow its interconnection capabilities. Beyonce's halftime show will likely mark the first live performances of tracks from her Cowboy Carter album. Earlier this month, she earned 11 Grammy nominations for the album and its songs. Listen here, let's get into some of these comments. The truth is that the NFL paid so much money to Netflix before her appearance was announced to the public that God said, don't drag me into this. At their board meeting. Oh, child, the fans are going in. Hello, God will be there. Yeah, right. That family is so far away from God. That's been between them and God. Her husband and mom just need to stay away from anything Beyonce. They've ruining her. I've had enough of her cowgirl shit. Oh, child, listen here. The people that listen here. I didn't say this. The fans are sounding off saying this. Okay? HBIC Room Shakers in the building. Hello, how are you? Norristonia in the building. Hey, how are you? Okay. Listen here. Are you all enjoying these topics? Let me know if you are enjoying these topics. Yes. Let me know if you are enjoying the topics at hand. All right, now listen here. Trigger warning. Speaking of topics at hand. Okay. Shaking my head. Oh, shout out to the neighborhood talk. Neighbors, get into this. The racism in this country is getting out of control. According to Fox 11 LA, the Black students and teachers at Beverly Hills High School are calling out the toxic environment at the school after a group of students marched down the hallway with Trump flags and paraphernalia on Election Day. Teacher Bella Ivory claims that her and her class were frightened after a group of students decided to bombard the school's hallway on Election Day in favor of Donald Trump. And surveillance videos, as many as 20 students can be seen in their Trump gear stomping down the halls as one student paraded around with a huge Trump flag. Ivory says one of the students even tried to open the door to her classroom during the tirade, an action that scared her and her black students. It was just a mob of kids, Ivory said. So many kids outside my door. One of them had a Trump flag on a pole. Some of them had on MAGA hats. Some just had Trump apparel. They looked so frightened, she said. Of her students, I said, I'm going to open the door. And one of my students said, they look like the KKK. During a recent school board meeting, other black students spoke out about the bigotry that they've experienced at Beverly Hills High during the campaign season and how many of her fellow white students have constantly spewed racism without repercussions. From 8:30 to 2:30 all week, being in school felt like a nightmare journey, a senior at BHHS said. What the black students and Miss Bella had to deal with that week had nothing to do with politics. That week, being stormed, being called the N word, being shunned, all because you were black became the normal. The school says they are deeply disturbed by the actions of the MAGA loving students, and they claim demonstrations such as these will not be tolerated in the future. All right, let's go ahead and get into this this video.
Investigations are underway at Beverly Hills High School following claims of racial intimidation.
I'm going to tell you how scary it was.
This is what Bella Ivory is talking about. She's a fashion teacher at Beverly Hills High School who says on the day of the election, there was a mob going down the hallway.
It was just mob of kids, just so many kids outside my door. And they had one had a Trump flag on a pole, on a flagpole. Another, it was just so many of them. Some of them had on MAGA hats. Some, had on just Trump fans apparel.
She says someone tried to open her classroom door, says it upset some of her students.
At this school, I've had to deal with a lot of racism.
But at a recent school board meeting, students talked about how scared they were, given what happened outside Bella Ivory's classroom during election week.
And it became utterly impossible to just ignore it. From 8:30 to 2:30 all week, being at school felt like being in a nightmare. What the black students and Miss Bella had to deal with that week had absolutely nothing to do with politics. That week, being stormed, being called the N-word, being shunned, all because you were black, became the normal.
In recent weeks, I have seen racial slurs scrawled across the walls of our bathrooms, hateful rhetorics being spoken by fellow students in the hallways we share, and violent behavior towards Miss Bella and our club.
Bella Ivory also spoke at the board meeting.
They looked so frightened. Then I said, I'm not going to open the door. And then the student said, they look like KKK.
The district tells Fox 11, we remain deeply committed to upholding a secure and conscientious setting where students can responsibly and considerably engage in the democratic process.
Investigations are underway at Beverly Hills High School following claims of racial intimidation.
All right, so listen, let's get into these comments. Someone says, y'all kids don't fight. We would have tore it up. Ooh, woo child, listen here. We don't promote that over here, okay? But I get where you're coming from. This what y'all voted in. Taught your kids it's okay to be. Miss Bella, you need to get the Dorsey High School football coach's phone number real quick because he would have pulled up with some bat and them kids would have sat the funk down, period. That's Carlissa, child. Look at her. I ain't never scared about mine, someone says, shaking my head. This is wild and it's going to get more crazy. Beverly Hills, darn, racism is taught. Now, if them black students click out on the white kids' parents finna be crying, them white tears, if black children did this, law enforcement would have been called. Bus the Crenshaw or the Westmount kids to Beverly Hills. You'll never have this problem again. Get into it. Okay. Why are these kids scared to stand up for themselves? Y'all better remember who the F y'all are. I for an eye. Take y'all kids out that school. We can really go back to segregated schools, to be honest. I trust mine to teach my child the best. The school obviously knows the kids that are doing this. Says a lot about Beverly Hills High School not doing anything about it. Ooh, child. We might have to reach out to Miss Beverly Hills High School. Okay. Yeah, we are. What are y'all thoughts on it? Child, listen here. I would have been up to that school, honey. Listen here. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't, honey. We about to petition. We about to bring out the petition, honey. We are about to give out the petition, honey. Listen here. All right, listen. Speaking of Donald Trump, honey, he's in the news. Okay, some voters feel betrayed as Trump gives middle finger to campaign promises, analysts. All right, here, we're going to bring it up and make the news and make the docket. Child, we got to talk about it. Y'all sent it in, we got to talk about it. All right, let's do it. All right, let's get into it. Shout out to the Raw Story who reported on it. Okay. The letter, okay, let's see. Donald Trump promised during his presidential campaign that he had nothing to do with Project 2025 and wanted nothing to do with it. But his embrace of figures close to the conservative plan to overhaul the federal government could be upsetting some of his voters, according to a political analyst, Alex McCammond, who served as an opinion editor for the Washington Post and has previously commented on Trump's relationship to the MAGA base. Appearing on MSNBC on Saturday, the host, Alex Witt, asked Trump appointing those with close ties to Project 2025. Several of the latest picks, they have direct ties to Project 2025. In spite of Trump distancing himself, saying he didn't know what it was about during the campaign, Witt said, "I'm curious your interpretation, and could this all be theoretical, as some Republicans say? I mean, not even to be specifically applied." No, I mean, it's remarkable because I feel like at least some voters might feel betrayed by this. McCommon replied, "As you mentioned, Donald Trump straight up said on the campaign trail many times, like, I have no idea what Project 2025 is. I have nothing to do with that. That is not my campaign." So he created a healthy amount of distance between himself and his campaign between Project 2025, even though folks had known the ties that existed between the personal and policy and ideology behind the things laid out was obviously informed by Donald Trump and his Republican brand of politics. She continued, "Trump is continuing to, I think Mike and Jim and Axios put it this way, give people the middle finger and choosing folks that are controversial picks or that go directly against what he said time and again on the trial because he will do what he wants at the end of the day. And if there's something we all know well, especially after winning the presidency again and facing federal criminal charges and more allegations of assault from different women, among many other things, Trump only feels more emboldened to do what he wants to do. It's worth nothing, Russ fought, who you put on the screen, said we're living in a post-constitutional society, so that's kind of alarming. Okay, now listen here. Let's get up into this right quick. See what they're talking about. All right.
He wants spread, nothing else.
Listen, I'm just going to say it again. Allegations, yes, but he was never charged for them. I think it's important that we remain clear on that. But Alexei, the transition is increasingly looking to Project 2025 to staff up the incoming administration. Several of the latest picks, they have direct ties to Project 2025, in spite of Trump distancing himself, saying he didn't know what it was about during the campaign. I'm curious your interpretation, and could this all be theoretical, as some Republicans say? I mean, not even to be specifically applied.
No, I mean, it's remarkable because I feel like at least some voters might feel betrayed by this. As you mentioned, Donald Trump straight up said on the campaign trail many times, like, I have no idea what Project 2025 is. I have nothing to do with that. That is not my campaign. And so he created a healthy amount of distance between himself and his campaign and Project 2025, even though folks had known the ties that existed already between the personnel and the policy and ideology behind the things that they laid out was obviously informed by Donald Trump and his Republican brand of politics. Now he is just continuing to, I think Mike and Jim at Axios put it this way, give people the middle finger in choosing folks that are controversial picks or or that go directly against what he said time and again on the trail, because he will do what he wants at the end of the day. And if there's something we all know well, especially after winning the presidency again and facing federal criminal charges and more allegations of assault from different women, among many other things, Trump only feels more emboldened to do whatever he wants to do. And it's worth noting Russ Bott, who you put on the screen, has already said we're living in a post-constitutional society. So that's kind of alarming.
Hey, you know, speaking of winning, Juanita, the transition is taking aim at the news reports pointing out Trump did not win by a landslide, as he repeatedly claims. In fact, as of today, he won the popular vote by 1.6%. Trump's incoming White House press secretary claims the media is trying to delegitimize what she calls Trump's mandate. Why make this landslide claim? Why even go there?
Because it makes Trump feel better, right? Remember, this is all about his ego. And so to be able to spread misinformation and try to counteract explicit data in the vote counts, it's something that he's deploying his communications team to do, because his feelings are hurt by the fact that it was not a landslide. If anything, winning by 1.6 percentage points means that you barely were able to break through in this incredibly divided country. And he doesn't like that narrative. That's not a narrative of strength that he wants to go into, which he is going to try to leverage as he perpetuates the themes included in Project 2025. And so I think that's why they're out there trying to counteract the truth, because it's setting Donald Trump yet again for this platform where he thinks he can operate with a mandate. He thinks he can operate with impunity. He thinks he can operate with majority of support for the country, when the reality is he did not earn majority of support from this country. He did not break 50% support.
That's right. Okay. Alexei and Juanita, please stay with me, because we're going to talk about a new report about Jack Smith's legal team.
All right, you all. So I believe that we eventually need to get on over to Project 2025. We're going to discuss it. We're going to go over it. We're going to read it. You know, that's something that we most definitely have to do. Now, get into this, since we are still in the courts, right? Young Thug facing AEG lawsuit, child. Listen here, the man just got out. I mean, just got out. You know what I mean? Just got out. With Young Thug free from jail, AEG pushes ahead with $5 million lawsuit over failed touring deal. The civil case, which was delayed for years by Thug's criminal trial, claims the rapper owes AEG millions and must potentially fork over the rights to his music to pay down the debt. All right. Oh, so how do y'all feel about that? Thug just got out of jail. Remember the RICO trial? He was just in the news for the whole RICO trial. Let's get into that. Let's wake that up. He was just in there for the whole RICO trial. Like, he's just gotten out. Do y'all think that he should fork over the rights to his music? All right, let's get into the story. Young Thug might be home from jail, but he's still facing a multi-million-dollar legal battle with his concert giant AEG over a touring partnership gone sour. In legal filings, attorney for AEG say they're pushing ahead with a civil lawsuit first filed way back in 2020, accusing the rapper of violating a tour agreement. AEG says Thug owes more than $5 million under the deal, and that he's now obligated to hand over some of his music to pay down the debt. Woo, child. Okay. The lawsuit has been delayed by Thug's years-long criminal drama, in which Atlanta prosecutors accused him of running a violent gang. But after the superstar pleaded guilty and was released from jail last month, AG now says it wants its money. Okay. Work it. Proceedings in this action have been hampered for more than 2 years by reason of Mr. Williams' incarceration, the company's lawyers wrote in a Friday court filing. So long as Mr. Williams does not violate the terms of his probation, his criminal proceedings should no longer affect the parties' ability to complete discovery and motion practice or to bring the case to trial. AG sued Thug in December 2020, claiming he had breached a 2017 touring agreement that gave the company the exclusive right to promote his concerts. AG alleged that Thug had immediately failed to refuse and to honor right. The deal after it had been signed, including by performing shows without the promoter's involvement and pocketing their proceeds. The proceeds. Under the terms of the deal, AEG claims that Thug was paid a 5.3 million advance sum, a sum the company says was never paid back after he breached his deal. More significantly, AEG says the debt was secured with Thug's copyrights to his songs as collateral, and that AEG can now claim an interest in the revenue generated by such intellectual property. Such copyrights constituted collateral that was subjected to the security agreement. The company wrote in its 2020 complaint, AEG has the right, pursuant to agreement, to require that Thug's publishing company and Mr. Williams assemble such copyrights to turn them over to AEG. After nearly 4 years, such a case would typically have resulted in a trial or a settlement by now, but the lawsuit against Thug was put on indefinite hold in May 2022 when the rapper was arrested and charged in a sweeping racketeering indictment that claimed his YSL group was a violent gang that had wrought havoc on the Atlanta area for nearly a decade. After sitting in jail for more than 2 years during the longest running trial in Georgia history, Thug pleaded guilty last month and was sentenced to serve only probation, a stunning end to a legal saga that could have seen him face a lifetime prison sentence. For AG's attorneys, however, the end of Thug's criminal case is just the start of the rebooted civil lawsuit, and also a chance to proceed on new accusations that the rapper has attempted to hide his copyrights. In a court filing this summer, AG lawyers said they had recently learned that Thug had sold more than 400 copyright songs for more than $16 million to an unknown third party in 2021, meaning after AIG had already filed its lawsuit seeking access to some of those songs. As a result of the sale, AG said it might file an updated version of the case claiming the sale was fraudulent. Now, in Friday's new court filings, AG says that even after extensive research, it remains unclear which specific entities now own interest in such copyrights. The company says it has issued subpoenas to 15 different entities seeking more information and is still waiting to hear back. Based on the documents to be produced by those entities, AG will determine whether to proceed against some or all of the collateral in this action as against defendants to seek leave of court to include claims against new parties with regard to such collateral or to take steps outside this lawsuit with regard to such collateral, the company wrote. In technical terms, Friday's filing was an agreement between the two opposing sides to push back all deadlines in the case by 6 months. That would give Thug a necessary 3 months to become more acclimated to life outside of prison and connect with his lawyers so he can participate meaningfully in the action. It will also give AG the necessary time to determine whether and how to proceed with regard to the copyrights. Neither side immediately returned requests for comment on Wednesday. What are y'all thoughts on that? I feel like Young Thug and his affairs should have been taken care of. It's like he's asking for bail bond, he's spending money on lawyers. So they're like, okay, we're going to let him handle all his legal woes. And we're just going to, okay, now he's released. Now it's time to pay up. I can't blame him. It's something, but he had his copyrights in there. Now that's a bit risky to me. when you have your copyrights to your music and things like that, that becomes a little iffy with me. Like, I don't know about that one. It's like anything could happen. So when you're putting all that up, and it's kind of like you're just signing away your life. I mean, he didn't think that he would be, locked up, but I believe, if he puts out another record, people will stream, people will buy. I mean, I'm not sure. All right, let's get into it. So now on to our other story. Sister wives Cody and Robin pay off $130,000 loan after purchasing massive 2.1 million Arizona home. Okay. Yeah, so they finally paid it off. Mhm. Get into this. Sister wife stars. Okay, give me this. Sister wife star Cody Brown and Robin Brown are making money moves. The couple paid off a massive loan on the heels of purchasing a $2.1 million home in Flagstaff, Arizona. Cody, 55, Robin, 46, were approved for an urgent home loan in 2021 for $130,000 by the Alaska USA Federal Credit Union on their former $1 million, almost $1 million home, according to the U.S. Sun. Time was of the essence, the documents read at the time. The home, originally purchased for $890,000 in August of 2019, was sold on November the 4th following the acceptance of a full cash offer. Since then, the $130,000 loan has been fully paid. As of November the 15th, according to the deed of release and full reconveyance, reconveyance obtained by the U.S. Sun. All right. Shout out to them for paying off their bills. Okay. It's almost Christmas time. The news follows in touch, confirming the couple purchased a new $2.1 million home in Flagstaff, Arizona on October 24th through their trust, Whitestone Trust. The couple made a hefty down payment of $420,000 to secure the 6-bedroom, 7-bath, 7,884 square foot home and took out a loan of $1,680,000 to complete the purchase. According to the warrant deed obtained by InTouch, the large home features an additional guest home, a detached RV garage, and space for 7 cars. All right, living large and take a charge. All right now. InTouch exclusively reported Cody and Robin initially listed their Flagstaff, Arizona home on August the 29th, but eventually took, okay, they're not about to keep me with this. Eventually took the home off the market without selling it in early October. Although it's unclear why the pair took their home off the market, the decision was made by Cody's ex-wife, Christine Brown, child support and custody lawsuit. Ooh, child against him. On September the 16th, Christine, 52. Girl, it's the ass for me. It is the ass for me. It's the ads for me. Okay, so if you wanna read more, I would say just get on over there to people, child. Okay, hold on. Okay, did I hold on, let's see. Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to go over and read it on people get Okay, are you all with me? Can you hear me? All right, hopefully you all heard that. Let me know if you're still here. Okay. Where is it? So our volume is back. Okay. All right, let's get on over to our next story. Right, something to kind of relax us a little bit. You know, we were just talking about hot topics. So now we're going to go ahead and do this story. Local news: this town tucked away in the Pocono Mountains offers new tastes and experiences all year round. Shout out to CBS News. As the Pocono Mountains continue to offer their seasonal staples, they continue to evolve to offer new experiences throughout the entire year. The more we experience the great outdoors, we also discover the charming towns that the Poconos host. We have come to learn that each community holds its own special qualities. The Pocono Mountains have made your next trip an easy itinerary to explore the rich history of Homestale while introducing new tastes from electric food at native to mocha, a bean to a bar, chocolate and coffee factory. Homestale, Pennsylvania is the birthplace of the railroad. At the Sturbridge line is still up and running, offering a variety of train rides such as the brewery tour. At the dinner train, it will take you along the Lackawaxen River toward Hawley, where you are able to admire the true beauty of nature in every season. And if you look close enough, you may catch wildlife situated in their natural habitats. In addition, if you want to get festive, you can enjoy the Santa Christmas Express, which brings you out to 18 acres where you get to pick your very own Christmas tree. You can visit with Santa and join the fun with their holiday activities. The next exploration is the town of Holmesdale with its shops, eateries, and coffee corners. All right. Well, it sounds like a great place to go. I would visit there one of these days around the year. Says the menu changes seasonally with farm to table dishes. They love the idea of shared plates and have offered that option to their guests. The vibe is very warm, rustic feel, and because they personally indulge in shared plates, they want you to experience as many other flavors and textures as possible. With a full bar, this is a place to sit back and enjoy your night. All right, yes. All right, what do y'all think about that? Would you all visit Pocono Mountains? Would you all visit Pocono Mountains? It's in Pennsylvania. All right. So we're going to take that down. All right. All right, moving on to our next topic. You all let me know that you're liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Listen here, I want to get into this right quick. Okay, so this next article, this guy said prison was so much fun. He said it was like going to Disneyland. Shout out to Tasha K. This is the source. Gotta always shout out the source.
I ended up doing a whole 3 years. Don't quote me on it being fun because I'm supposed to never ever say it. My mom actually told me never ever said. Now I'm saying in the interview. I enjoyed it. Like I know that it's not like normal for somebody to say they enjoy being in prison or jail, but I enjoyed it. Imagine going to like Disneyland. Like imagine like we be seeing all these men like on the streets or in the hood or like blah blah, and they're just not accessible because there's bad out here. Why guys don't want to fuck us? There's some bad out there and they like pussy, so they ain't gonna fuck us. But imagine these fine asses behind bars, never able to even smell the scent of some pussy, but all they get is your pussy. Okay, cunts. And so that's honestly what made it fun for me. Like I really I milked it for all it was worth. I was only supposed to do a year and a half. But I ended up doing a whole 3 years and I was getting down silly by the finest. Like, oh my
Were you forced to be sober there too?
No. I was a bad bitch in prison. Like prison was like fun. I was fucking on the hottest and the most powerful in there. So yeah, they were bringing in like weed, cell phones, all that shit. And I would get a piece because my throw game is silly. So I give a nigga this neck and he would give me his left organ. Like it was silly. So no, I never went without anything. Like I remember I had.
Let's put the wine down for us.
All right. Woo. Child, now let's get up into these comments. Child, listen here. Honey, he said he was having a blast over there. He was having a blast, honey. He said, baby, get up out of my way, honey. He said he wasn't ready to go home. Law, a man is sparking conversations online after claiming that prison was like a trip to Disneyland for him because all of the men inside. Someone says, yeah, we just gonna wrap 2024 up right now. So glad this not my son. He stayed longer on purpose. Wow. We can tell. That's why it's so many niggas that keep going back. Oh, shaking my head. Dear God, we need you here on earth. Send him back to Atlanta where he belongs, someone says. I believe him, someone says. Milked it for all he could. What did he do to get extra time? Child, okay. He was happy being a prison pass around. LOL, shaking my head. This is just sad. This guy has an amazing YouTube channel. Wow. Very sad. So sad. And actually saying this to a white man makes it worse. Child, listen here. I mean, he liked it. You know? He liked it. And he felt special. You know? I don't know. Really, I don't know, y'all. Okay, so listen here. So speaking of that, being outed, someone talking about the game. Okay. Listen here. Khalid. Okay. Hopefully I pronounced his name right. He was outed. So he was outed. Khalid addresses his sexuality on social media after recently being outed. Shout out to the Shade Room for reporting it. Singer-songwriter Khalid addresses his sexuality on social media after being outed from a previous relationship via X. The artist confirms his sexuality and says that he has no shame. Okay, listen here. Listen here. Okay, so hold on. What was the text? So right here, you'll say, he put the rainbow flag. There y'all go. Next topic, please. LOL. So this dude named Hugo D. Alamonte says, I was dating this dumb blank singer. He ugly ass blank. He tried to set me up and lie and say I broke into his house because I broke up with him. Like, why would I go to your house and do all that if I broke up with you, dumb blank? That's a photo of him. Blank, blank, lied and said that I broke into his house because I didn't want him. He says, I got out of it and the world still continues to turn. Let's get this straight, laughing my A off. I am not ashamed of my sexuality. It says, in reality, it ain't nobody's business, but I'm okay with me. Love y'all. Wait, hope Mr. Khaled isn't Jeesh. I am, and that's okay, he says. All right, so the fans are jumping out saying, whoa, 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 whoa. You done led me on. 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 Do y'all feel like do y'all think that these musicians are leading the people on? Do y'all think that, yes, he said he is. Yeah. Yes, Norris, he confirmed. He said he is. Do y'all believe that the R&B, the artists and industry, do you think that they should let the people know if they are a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, or if they, are curious about, the community or the activities, you know, I say, be yourself. See, and this is the thing. If you just be yourself from the jump, when somebody feel like they got a piece of tea, it's like it does nothing for them. It goes nowhere. It has no power. It holds no weight. You feel me? Oh, hold on. Let's read into these comments. I forgot to get up into these comments. Y'all know we love the comment section. So someone says, I always thought he wasn't hiding in the closet. Dude is wrong for exposing him though. That's what's up. But who got the good parlays this weekend? Oh, child, duh, unnecessary. Next. I thought, never mind. Can y'all give us something else to talk about? Baby, I don't want to see no homophobic comments. It's his life, not ours. Don't hate when something backfires in your face. 2024, that's his choice. But he did lie on old dude though. Oh, I could tell by his harmonies he didn't like women. You see how easy that was, me? Oh, child, come on. Come on. Y'all thought he was straight? Oh, come on now. Get into it. How you do it? We love him regardless. We love him regardless. We love you regardless. You still got a place over here. Norris Tony says Khaled has the right to his privacy. It's his decision if he wants to talk about his sexuality. Absolutely. That is true. And you know what? He dealt with the guy, and from observation, it seems like the guy was trying to go after Cloud, like, ooh, boom, boom, boom. And it's like Khaled was waiting, like, I was waiting on you at the door. What a big relief, because when you really think about it, like you said, is your life, your privacy, your business. But you just got to be careful who you lay down with, you know? That could have turned into like he could have called him on the phone, and maybe ranted out instead of just hopping online and running to the people to give it up. Now, listen here. Get into this. What a powerful decision. When we speak about powerful decisions, Cat Williams reportedly buys former Alabama military base to launch movie studio. Yes. Okay, before we move on to this story, the loser got out at Khaled because he wants attention and clout. Absolutely. Absolutely. It was over. And you know what? Some people, they just can't take rejection. It's like there's always going to be somebody new. When you're in that type of business, when you got those type of funds, and you have residuals and things like that, yeah, life is very different. And his time was up. Somebody else wants to date him. Let somebody else date him, for heaven's sakes. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? you know, that is right, Norris Tony. I totally agree with you. Y'all get into this glorious purchase. Comedian Cat Williams has reportedly purchased a section of the decommissioned Fort McClellan military base in Anniston, Alabama, with plans to convert it to a sprawling movie studio. The acquisition marks a significant step towards diversifying the environment industry's footprint in the South. Known for his sharp wit and prolific career in comedy, oh my goodness, Cat Williams is venturing into new territory with this ambitious project. The base, which has been out of commission since 1999, includes over 90 acres of flat land and features 30 concrete buildings offering approximately 3 million square feet of indoor space. This expansive property, once used for military training, now stands to become a hub for film production. It's just not fair to put all that pressure on Tyler Perry, Williams remarked in a recent interview with GQ. His statement reflects a broader intention to contribute to Black-led production efforts, echoing the footsteps of industry leaders like Perry Donald Glover and 50 Cent. The property, local dubbed Starships, comprises 10 barracks with 20 rooms each and 2 large gymnasiums, presenting a unique opportunity for transformation. Connie Alexander, the designated booker at the Lux Group, representative seller, confirmed that the property was bought through an LLC, but Cat Williams had visited frequently during the negotiation phase. It's a visionary endeavor, and we're excited to see how this historic site evolves under his leadership, Alexander stated. They thought he ain't have it. Big moves, gotta protect him. Let's go. Finish off 2024 as strong as you kick this bitch out. Okay. Yes. Give it up for Cat Williams, y'all. Yes. It's hard to hate on Cat. He's been out here telling the truth, playing Santa Claus people for careers, and making moves. Absolutely. Perfect example if I do it for a cause and not of applause was a person, it would be definitely him. And he don't need you going to go brag about it. I get this. You better shut up and do what you got to do with it, because then you have people knocking at your door want some money. Who you owe. Okay, keep your mouth closed. Ain't that it? All right, North Sunny says Cat Williams broke 2024 wide open with his Shay Shay interview. Didn't he? Listen here. You know what? And people kind of like slept on him, you know, and they tried to, yeah, we all have our moments in life, and those moments, there's a message in it. So you either gonna get the message out of it, or life is gonna beat the heck out of you with it. Okay, talk about it. See, some people, they have a situation. Oh, the world fell down on me. This, that, and third. Don't worry about what all that. What is it in this message? Why did this happen? Why am I here? Forget buying myself out of it. Why am I here? Let me fix this problem so it don't have to happen again. You get what I'm saying? Getting to the root of the problem. Trusting and going through the process. Something that most people are afraid to do. You know? North Sony says, congrats, Cat. Yes, he did an amazing thing. I'm so proud of him. Yes. Keep going, Cat. We believe in you. Yes. All right, moving on to our next story. Who's next up on the docket? All right. Now get into this. Donald Trump has appointed a Black man to his cabinet. Okay? Donald Trump appoints the first Black person to his cabinet as head of housing and urban development, former NFL player and Texas state representative Scott Turner. Okay. Shout out to the Black millionaires who reported on it. U.S. President-elect, well, now is, Donald Trump said on Friday he has picked NFL veteran Scott Turner to serve as Housing and Urban Development Secretary. Let's get to know Scott Turner. Eric Scott Turner, born February 26, 1972. Oh, he's what that make him? He a Pisces, okay? Is an American businessman, motivational speaker, politician, and former professional football player who previously served as the executive director of the White House Opportunity and Revitalization Council. Turner formerly served as a Texas state representative for the 33rd District, which includes part of Collin County and all of Rockwall County. Before entering politics, Turner was an American football cornerback who played in the National Football League, NFL, for 9 seasons. He played for the Chargers, Redskins, and Broncos. All right. A lot of football players be athletic house. Oh, Igas. They are mentally trained as teens into adulthood to follow orders. Trump, her urban, and the agency named and appointed a Black person. HUD is way more than Section 8, guys. HUD is planning, zoning, down payment assistance, rent assistance, welfare, housing, land use, USDA loan, restrictions, and more. Stop complaining. We need a black man in that seat. It's safe to say HUD is a black job. Oh, yeah. Trump said, his mom was on Section 8, so I know he knows all about it. He's a good for the job. He's the best. You know what, the people in the comments, listen, they spare nobody, okay? Listen, they spare nobody. Y'all gotta listen here. Finally, Tangerine puts a black person on his team. Child, they said that was a black job. They said, well, you better go and get your black job. Okay. Come on now. All right. Congratulations to Eric Scott Turner. Mm-hmm. Yes. Isn't that his name? Eric Scott Turner? Uh-huh. Eric Scott Turner. Uh-huh. So why they call him Scott Turner? Why you gonna go by Eric? Do we need to look into him? Does he always? Oh, okay. All right, let's move on to our next topic, child. Who's next on the docket? All right. Oh, okay. Hold on. Before we get to that, let's go ahead and cover. Oh, okay. So let's get up into this. So, leave now or be deported. These are notes that people have found, child. Leave now, avoid deportations, racist flyers found across Indiana communities linked to KKK. Let me just say this for the record. I have family members that are Hispanic, Mexican, Latino, however people want to refer to them. They are people too. I love my family. It's just like, I don't know, just there's good people, there's bad people in all cultures and all creeds, This is just a lot. Let's get into it. Leave now, avoid deportation, racist flyers found across Indiana communities linked to KKK. Shout out to Baller Alert. Police in multiple Indiana communities are investigating the distribution of racist flyers that have alarmed residents and sparked calls for action. The flyers found in neighborhoods and mailboxes carried the chilling message, leave now, avoid deportation, and urge people to track and report immigrants. The flyers appeared in the South Bend area before being distributed in Hamilton County, including Westfield, Fishers, and Carmel. Responsibility for the flyers has been claimed by a Kentucky-based group affiliated with the Ku Klux Klan. According to the Anti-Defamation League, ADL, Jake Kurtz, a spokesperson for the ADL, warned that this type of hate propaganda is becoming increasingly common in central U.S. states. They hope to spread their twisted ideology to others who might be vulnerable to believing it or supporting their cause, Kurtz said. He added that some states, such as Illinois, have addressed similar incidents by enacting littering ordinances to penalize the distribution of such materials. Kurtz encouraged residents to report any hate-related flyers to local authorities. Eunice Trotter, director of Indiana Landmarks Black Heritage Preservation Program, believes the flyers are symptomatic of the current political climate and the lingering influence of the KKK in Indiana. To read the rest, log on to balleralert.com. All right.
We are coming on the internet at 6 with some unfortunate news about hate being found in the lawns of Michiana residents. Over the weekend, many woke up to some disturbing flyers on display in their neighborhoods.
The flyers made their way all across Indiana, and new this evening, we heard from the group that gave those flyers out. Some of those flyers were distributed right here in St. Joseph County, making it as far away as Hamilton County. Our Erica Jimenez is live. from Erskine Boulevard and Ekman Street, where the flyers were given out. She joins us now live with more. Erica, what'd you find out?
Yeah, Lauren and Josh, before we went live, this elderly couple actually came up to me, showed me the flyer, and described how bad and weird it was for them to see that when they woke up on Sunday morning. I reached out to the email address that the flyer provided by the Trinity White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. The group called it an informative flyer. They claim responsibility in an email today and over the weekend to our newsroom. I'll read part of that statement, but first I want to talk to you about what neighbors saw on Sunday morning.
We are on the United States.
Let's take you to some video. The flyers were placed on lawns, doorsteps, and cars. The flyer on your screen stated a mass deportation would take place January 20th, 2025. It encouraged migrants to, quote, leave now to avoid deportation, and even asked other community members to monitor and report them. This has many people on edge, especially with the current political climate, which is what the group mentioned to 16 News Now via email, saying how the American people have spoken following the elections. The group goes on to say, current situations, migrants are fleeing in droves to small towns like Springfield, Ohio, to bigger cities. We can only assure they are fleeing from Logansport, South Bend, Fort Wayne, and elsewhere. South Bend Mayor Mueller is also responding tonight, saying in part, these flyers are disturbing and repulsive. Hate groups like this have no place in our city and should not be given any platform to spread and amplify their hate further. South Bend is a welcoming community. We will continue to celebrate our rich diversity and build an inclusive city for all residents. We also spoke. Let's take you to some video with neighbors in Goshen who say this has no place in their community.
Our neighbors, everyone was just horrified that these kind of flyers would be left out in our neighborhood, because this is definitely not what our neighborhood is about. And anyone who spends any time in our neighborhood knows that we care about each other as neighbors. We look out for each other. Doesn't matter where somebody's from, what they look like, what language they speak. We're all part of this neighborhood together, and we take care of each other.
We're also hearing from the mayor of Goshen, who said, quote, Goshen stands united against any form of discrimination, intimidation, or harassment. The group also said in an email to 16 News Now that residents can expect another flyer in the near future.
Okay, Erica Jimenez reporting on a very disturbing story.
Who child, that was a lot, you all. That was a lot. You know, it's like in our communities, like we have people in our communities. Like as long as nobody's like doing nothing out of whack, doing nothing out of control, we are okay. You know? But we don't know what goes on behind closed doors, you know? So just always be aware of what's going on. It don't matter what people are. You don't know. Just remember back, I forgot when, but that man, he had found that lady alive and she was missing for so many years. And you know, we gotta be aware in our communities, you know. Just keep your eyes and your eyes and ears open, you know. All right, so moving right along to this next story. All right, so Georgia courts grants Portia Williams. Portia didn't got her win up in the courts, child. Listen. Portia Pooh. Georgia court grants Portia Williams permission and unrestricted right to film and produce television in her marital home shared with Simon Gubadia. Shout out to the Bravo Shade Room. According to documents obtained by U.S. Weekly, a Georgia court in Fulton County awarded Portia Williams temporary sole and exclusive possession, use, and occupancy of her and Gubadia's shared residence. The order included permission for Williams to have the unrestricted right to film and produce television, film, or social media content on the premises. The docs also stated that Gubadia, 60, shall execute any and all documents necessary to facilitate. Gubadia and Williams have been at odds since the reality star filed for divorce in February after 15 months of marriage. This isn't Williams' first legal win in her divorce. I'm not a Portia fan, but I'm glad Simon met his match and is getting humble right now after what he did to his previous wife. Isn't this a little too late? I thought they stopped filming. Leave them in house goodness. Oh, he about to go on a week rant. Oh, child. Love to see Portia winning at life. This is giving broke girl go get your own house. Who fights this hard for a house you can only live in for 24 months? It's giving bomb. I think it's giving hate. Why y'all mad? Okay. Y'all slow. It's in her prenuptial agreement that he signed and agreed on that if they were to divorce, she stays in the home. Y'all slow butts and Simon are the only ones that are mad. She definitely learned from the Cordell situation. Boom! Let's wrap this up, please. I could not see myself fighting that hard for material things. I guess this is why Simon filed the frivolous ED. Winning marital. This explains the defamation lawsuit Simon is trying to file. Her and Kim said it's squatter season. They ain't budging. Listen here. Portia does not have to budge. Okay. Shout out to her for actually learning something. And I got to give it up to her because she was in a tizzy with Cordell. Remember, she was put out, honey. Mother definitely learned. Mother definitely learned. Okay. So shout out to Portia for her win. All right, let's get into it. What's the next story on the topic, on the docket? All right, where are we going? All right, so get into this. Y'all know Diddy is right back in the news. Child, he's right back in the news. And he's got another accuser. Well, allegedly, I heard on the streets that he was going to be going up for bond on Monday. So I will do my best in covering that. I don't want to make no promises, you all. I'm going to do my best to cover that story. Shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Another woman has come forward in Cassie's defense amid Diddy trying to downplay the video of him physically assaulting her. Thoughts? We do not condone violence. Okay, so Diddy's former chef says she's disgusted that he's claiming the Cassie video was edited. There were worse beatings. Oh, Jordan Shaitan says, seeing Cassie be re-victimized in the press on the blogs through the disingenuous apology throughout the past year, over and over again, has been truly disgusting to see. I cannot, in good conscience, remain silent. He was physically abusing her for a long time. These are facts. To say that the video was edited, knowing there were worse beatings, is truly sick. It's unconscionable. I have shown Cassie support privately on my stories and in other ways. Today I felt it long overdue to show my support on my main page as publicly as I can. I'm using my platform to stand up for her. I stand with Cassie and all the domestic violence victims, survivors, and those no longer with us. Thank you so much. Okay, those that are no longer with us, because people sometimes forget about the ones that are not with us. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get into it. Y'all remember this? Another bail attempt. Diddy says prosecutors edited Cassie's surveillance to make him look dangerous. Says he never threw a vase, only the contents of it. He was big and strong there. Someone says, don't start that why you don't say nothing. He would have whooped her on her too. That man blew up cars, people cars. She considered to help him. Okay. I truly believe she and all the others that knew and witnessed his horrific abuse were petrified of this monster. His reach and connections made people really fear ever going against him. That's why so many, both victims and enablers, had to not report it or say anything. He definitely would not stop at anything. And people knew that. Very scary, but he also felt invincible too. And a monster was created. Just wonder if because the feds come on and took his notes. What? Come on and took his notes. Was that a setup so he gets out of it and no big names are out of it and the celebs on the tapes are paying off victims? On the TikTok panel, they said Snoop is on the tapes. The dad from Family Matters is at a freak off doing the deed with Diddy. Then something to do with J Lo and a bottle at the freak off allegedly. Oh, somebody there got the tea, honey. Let them support her. Some women don't get support; they get blamed and talked about. Y'all also have to take account that Cassie was staying. I'm sure she wanted to help her, but in those situations, what can you really do? I'm glad she's speaking out now because back then it didn't have as much weight as it does now. Thank you. He right where he belonged now. Is this the chef he literally put out the house? She probably scared her damn self in addition to being bound to an NDA as an employee. I wish folks would stop asking people why wait so long when there are obvious answers out there, one being NDAs. Does anyone here really believe that if she'd gone to the police, they would have not only blackballed her, but made her fear for her life? Be for real. 1 minute, we all know how dangerous and above the law he's being, but now it's another swarm of responsibility. Thank you so much. It's like people need to wake up. Like the man was dangerous. He has so many connections. All right. Here, let's get into it. All right, so what's our next story? Okay, so this was 1 day ago. It was edited, and this is going to be Diddy's boys. Okay, well, his family, and mother included. Shout out to the Shade Room. The Combs family was in full attendance in support of Diddy's third attempt at bail. This attempt is to renew his efforts of being released on a $50 million bail via as trafficking and racketeering charges. According to Fox News, the judge hasn't made a decision and asked both parties involved to submit documents by Monday. All right, let's go. Oh. Okay, so I guess we can look at the photos first. So look at Christian. And those are the twins, Delilah and is it James? Thank God. You know what? I'm actually proud of her. Because the last time Grandma Combs was looking like she was going out to the club. She must have saw our video. Yeah, you always want to wear something below your knees when you going up in the court, Miss Combs. You don't wear no, it looked like you had just left a party and you was arriving to court. You know? You had your shades on, so we couldn't tell if you were sober. Mm-hmm. Come on now. I mean, I don't know. But there are allegations out there. I don't know what it is. In this time and age, when you talk about things were just at your fingertips and you got money like that, baby, please, you will find a lot of yes men. You will. You will find a lot of yes men. People will turn a blind eye to certain things. Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and get up into this. Let's get into this video. Oh, why wasn't he holding Grandma's hand? Y'all think there's a disconnect right here? Christian got Grandma's hand. He don't got Grandma's hand. Did they get into an argument in the Sprinter? Was there an argument before? Everybody kind of look. Was there an argument in the car before? There they go. They walking in. They sashaying. It's something about that Christian Combs child. Oh. Oh, is that another? Oh, they have the U.S. Marshals out there. All right, now listen here. Let's get up into these comments. They all look stressed out. I hate that for them. Yeah, them children has. I really feel bad for the kids. I'm a mom. I'm a mom first, and I really can't even say what I want to say up on here, but I can say it on Twitch. You all make sure you are following me on Twitch. Over there, I could, be more boisterous, in my opinions and things like that. Make sure you all are following me on Twitch. I did put the link in here earlier. It is definitely on the community wall, so make sure you check out my community wall for my Twitch. Okay, so let's get up into these comments. See what your actions can do. Got your children running in and out of the courtrooms. His old lady meek there in spirit. Oh, somebody said his family only behaving that way because he got all the money. Oh, child. He isn't ever getting out. Stop the circus. I absolutely love how they are sticking together as a family, holding Diddy and each other up. Family. Regardless of what you think about the man, this is how every family should be. One thing about Diddy Mama is going to have is a blonde wig, no matter the decade. You know what? I'm not about to play with them. How long they gonna dress alike? Oh, child. What did she say? Hold on. Somebody said, how long they gonna dress alike? There they go. Girl, it's giving Claremont twin, ain't it? Are they the new Claremont twin? Are they the new brand? Are they? What is it giving, y'all? What is it giving? We need to know. Okay, let's get up into these comments. Y'all know we like to read the comments. Someone says, he's wrong for what he did, but that's his family at the end of the day. Jeez, them boys look like they aged overnight. Yes, honey. Yeah, no more spas and going to the get the pedicures and all that. Stay in the house. The legit feels like a whole season of Power. Child, Christian Combs is falling apart right in front of our eyes. Child, that's what the people are saying. Child, that's what the people are saying. All right, let's get into it. All right, what's our next story? So, our next story is going to be, let's see, what do we got coming up? Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, trigger warning. So this lady right here decided to encourage her man, yeah. Okay, here we go. Virginia woman pushed husband to poke and disembowel pizza shop worker over messing up her order. Shout out to Eric J. Street News. Whew. A Virginia woman has been accused of pushing her husband to stab and disembowel a pizza shop worker because of a botched order. Catherine Natasha Harper, 45, allegedly told her husband Corey Trey Lane Harper, 47, both from Chesapeake, Virginia, to handle the situation. After she got into a heated argument with a 24-year-old employee at a mod pizza in Norfolk on Sunday, authorities said the incident unfolded when Catherine Harper accused the employee of messing up her order. She then sent her husband to the restaurant where he allegedly stabbed the unnamed victim several times, slicing his torso and exposing his intestines, according to court records. The couple then allegedly fled the scene, and Norfolk police responded to the pizza joint to find the employee suffering from multiple stab wounds. He was rushed to the hospital for a treatment. The couple was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit a malicious assault. Corey Harper faces additional charges of assault and brandishing a firearm. The Harpers appeared in court on Monday and are now being held without bond in Norfolk City Jail. My Pizza expresses its dismay at the incident in a statement to Wavy, saying, "We are dismayed to hear what had happened in our restaurant. Please understand this is an active investigation. We are cooperating with the local police." Oh, my goodness. You know what? Some people just ain't got no self-control. Some people just don't have no self-control. You need to learn to learn how to control yourself. Someone says the fact he went along with it instead of telling her it's not worth it. Let's just get a refund since the order is not correct. Oh, child. She should receive the same charges as him. He did what he wanted to. They both crazy. I bet they have kids, and now their kids has lost both of their their appearance. No Thanksgiving, no Christmas. Over pizza, bro, pizza. This can't be true. Like, what the hell? Demons truly walk amongst us every damn day. A life sentence over $20 pizza and is nasty work. Damn shame you told your husband to stab someone over pizza. Darn lady, what's wrong with this world? Their combined IQs must be 70. All this because of missing pepperoni. Oh, you know what? Oh my goodness. That's deep. That's deep right there. All right, now let's go ahead and get to our next story. Shout out to our friends over at It's On Site. Kanye West hit with the lawsuit, y'all. Yep, he's been hit with a lawsuit by former America's Next Top Model contestant Jen Ann. It's On Site. Model Jen Ann is suing Kanye West and Universal Music Group for alleged gender-motivated violence, as reported by TMZ. Jen Ann, who was a contestant on Cycle 13 of America's Next Top Model, has filed a federal lawsuit against West. She claims that during a video shoot in 2010, Kanye singled her out from a group of girls, and things took a horrible turn. "Give me the Asian girl," she claims he said. The shoot was for LaRock's and for the Kill music video. According to documents obtained by TMZ, West picked Jen because of her revealing lingerie, telling her, "That's why I chose you." During the filming, Jen claims that Kanye began to strangle her with both hands and then smothered her face with his hands. He then, you know what, rammed several fingers down her throat, continuously moved them in and out, and gagged her to immaculate force oral, as the lawsuit claims. Jennifer says this lasted for over a minute. She said, "Ye screamed, 'This is a..." Ye said, "This is art. This is effing art. I am like Picasso." Kanye had only featured on the remix of LaRoux's song and For the Kill. Jen claims that LaRouche later told a friend she had witnessed some unsettling behavior during that shoot. The scene never made it into the final cut, as the music videos for the song available online do not include Ye or Jen in the suit. She alleges the record label and other high-profile figures in the business tried keeping the incident under wraps. They riding past the police station and go straight to the lawyer's officer, the straight to the lawyer's office to see if they can get a check. This says a lot. I'm going to reserve my opinion until there are irrefutable evidence and facts. The age of Aquarius, no. From 2010, why do you wait? Yikes, I believe her though. I don't believe it. Well, why tell a friend instead of the police strangling is attempted unalivement? Shouldn't have waited 14 years if it wasn't that serious, and it shouldn't be now. Null and void. 14 years ago, though. Fake news. I need evidence. Lock him up with Diddy. This is another setup for a downfall. I don't believe none of it. Child, the people are going in. They saying that they don't believe none of it. They feel like, oh, she's just, this is another Diddy takedown, and that she's just on here for money. hmm Well, let's get into this. Y'all ready for this next story? All right, so this next story right here, 22-year-old Canadian volleyball player arrested for smuggling over $1 million worth of cannabis. Accepted $214.48 for payment. Its on site says Raquel Powell, a 22-year-old professional volleyball player from Toronto, Canada, was arrested at Heathrow Airport on September the 20th, 2024, for attempting to smuggle 19 kilograms of cannabis into the UK. Powell admitted to being paid 30 Canadian dollars, $214.48 to carry the suitcase containing the drugs. She was sentenced to 15 months in prison of her involvement in the smuggling operation. Accepting that funky $300 should be a crime in itself, girl. Child. Huh? Ain't no way for $200. What the flying F? Nisi didn't let one of those no good slap suckers rob her blind. I'm sure he was pretending to be her man. That's what they do. Act like they want to be with you to get you to do things either for free or for a little of nothing. It's a song choice, child. They said $40. $40. Go straight to jail and don't collect 300 Monopoly. That expression is the exact one she needs to have because, girl, $214 with an extra 48 cents, you going down as the biggest crash out ever for this one. That was a lot. That was a lot. I mean, like, girl, I don't know, not feeling that. You need to do something more productive with your time. Somebody like, where was her people? Where was her people? All right, let's get into it. This is going to be our last story of the evening, child. All right, so this is one that people have been talking about. Shout out to our friends over at the Jasmine brand. Diddy is not playing with his ex-artist. He has sent a cease and desist letter over a new documentary about his one-time protege, Shine. A source said that Diddy is not trying to block the film's release, but was looking to ensure that the facts were straight after Shine alleged that he took the fall for Diddy over an infamous case 25 years ago. Born Jamal Barrow, Shine was infamously at a Manhattan nightclub in 1999 with his pal and boss, Diddy, and the Bad Boy Records founders, then gal pal Jennifer Lopez. An altercation broke out between Combs and another man when pals were drawn. Shots were fired, and 3 bystanders were injured. Shine and Combs went on trial in 2001, but only Shine was convicted of assault and reckless endangerment. Shine, who is now a politician and believes, served 8 years in jail. Diddy, go to hell, sir, someone says. Not Shine looking like Obama's little brother. If Kathy was able to tell her story, so should he. Sir, now cut the crap. You shouldn't even be worried about that right now. I believe Shine I always have, period. Move on. All right. This is the last thing you need to be worried about, Diddy. Oh, y'all, hold on. All right. So yeah, the comments, they are really going in. The last thing you need to be worried about, Diddy, you can tell that man he can't tell his story. The F. Well, listen here. We have come to the end of our broadcast. I definitely want to thank you, and you. Until next time, so long.
Something. Girls need love. Girls need love. Girls need love. So what's a girl to do? She needs love. Girls need love. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say no. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say no. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming, have it breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you can't vibe. I can get it to you right, baby. I wanna be healing. I can be real good. Please don't get these feelings. Hey, I need some love.